everyone, this is Granny. Welcome to my crafting cabin this morning. And this is actually going to be a yarn video. And late last year in December 2020, I decided, you know what, I want to have a bunch of crafting or yarn projects to work on. And so I decided, I needed to get me some project bags, which I ordered from Hirschner's. And this is one of them. And I love these bags. So I got 2 pink ones, 2 black ones, and a blue one. And then I also ordered the Lion brand bag, which is really nice. Nice canvas. Very nice. And then when Hirschner's had their sale on their Santa bags, I got 1 red and 1 green. So my intention for that, even though you got the yarn inside of it, that I wanted the bags. And that was to put my projects in that I'm working on for Christmas presents. And so I have all these project bags now, and I need to fill them, and I need to have a plan of action for the year, rather than try to decide, oh, I need to make this, this, and this because somebody else is making it. No, this is just things that I want to do. And so as I do one project and finish it, then I'll put another project in that bag. And I was going to work on 7 projects all at the same time, and work on one project on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. But in listening to podcasters, that isn't always the best thing to do. So with that in mind, I just finished making this, and my daughter-in-law came over and she loved it. This is what it looks like. She loved it, and so I gave it to her. I gifted it to her. So I was going to make another one, and so I want to play around with the pattern, or not the pattern, but different weights of yarn. So that I love the pattern so much that that's my first project for 2021. I had to think about that for a minute. So that's in my pink or rose colored project bag from Hirschner's. And I am going to attempt to make this in the Premier Bloom yarn, which I've had in my stash for a while now. It's a lightweight number 3, and I am going to do it in the Sandpiper color, which is this. Now, the pattern, I believe, calls for a Willow Yarns, and it's a number 3 weight. But the one I just completed was in a 3 weight also. And it's very loose. And so I thought, and because the pattern calls for a 3 weight, but use size 10 circular needles. And this calls for size 5 needles. And I decided I want to experiment a little bit. I'm going to see if this actually does pattern up, because this is what this looks like when you knit it up. I'm not for sure it's going to work on this pattern, but I'm going to find out. If it doesn't, rip it out and start again. No big deal. I'm in no big hurry to get this stuff completed. But anyway, this calls for a size 5 needle. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it in a 7 and see how that knits up. If I don't like it, once I get into it a little bit, rip it out, go to a different size. No big deal to me. So on January 1st, which was yesterday, today's January 2nd, I did cast it on. I haven't got very far. I was kind of busy yesterday. So I'm going to work on this today and hopefully get some more action on it. So I'm excited to do that today. I've been working on diamond painting this morning and watching Naughty Knitwits. Oh, if you have not watched their YouTubes, you have to. I mean, they have me laughing the whole way through. And even though I don't buy the kind of yarn that they do, because I do Hirschner's and, you know, big box, that's my affordable yarns for me, because I just live on Social Security. So, and I'm perfectly happy and contented with discovering all these big box yarns, because I have never had an interest in yarns. And when I learned to knit and was knitting years, 30, 40 years ago, I don't know, I just ran in and got yarn that I needed for the project I was working on, and that was it. But now that I've been watching YouTube, my eyes have been opened, and the more I watch YouTube videos, and especially Ross at Smells Like Yarn, he's really encouraged me to think outside my box and be a little bit more daring, and I just can't thank him enough for everything that he does. So that's the first project I'm going to be working on. And then in my Lion Brand yarn, or bag, the project that I have on this is, you can't have projects without Ross patterns. So this is going to be the Speed Shop, and I really love this pattern. I have worked with it before. I've experimented with it, and you know what? For me, stick with the pattern. Don't think outside the box with this for me. And I was gifted this yarn from my cousin Penny, and this is Lion Brand. Isn't that pretty? So I've got that one, and then she also sent me a second one. This, isn't that beautiful? I really love it. And Hand Dyed Heaven. And I have enough yarn to do this, and it's 175 yards per skein. And I did use my ball winder, and I've got that wound up. So that's another project that I'm going to be working on. And then in my other Hirschner's bag, Mary Maxim sent us a kit in December. No, I take that back. This is the kit for the quarterly knit throw. And I have actually made a throw like this, but not in the same yarn or the same pattern, and I really enjoyed it. So I am going to be working on that. And this yarn, I've already caked some of them up. I love those speckles in there, a tweed kind of thing. So yeah, that's ready to go when I get to that project. And I do believe this yarn, it's in the Lion Brand's Vanna Choice. This should go in my Lion Brand bag. I'll have to switch those out because it is Lion Brand. And it's in a 4 medium. And it is a cable pattern, which I enjoy cables. So, yeah. Okay, in my next bag, which is from Herrschner's, the project that I have, and at least with this, if I do get bored with the pattern, I can always switch it out. And of course, I'm going to do the crumble scarf from Ross. I really like this pattern. I have knit it before. And I'm going to try it with Roll With It tweed. And this is in the color Marine. And I was gifted, or I won this a thing with Tess at Love This Yarn. I'm sorry, my brain's going dead here. And this was one of the yarns in the yarn bag that I won. So I am going to make it in that. And then next up, in my Herrschner's bag, this is a Premier pattern, which I have not done before. It calls for a number 2 fine. And I have not used this yarn before, so I want to experiment with it. Now, it is a number 3 weight, so I'm going to test it out. But this is the Premier Nordica. This color is in Thistle. And this is how it's supposed to look. So I'm going to experiment with that and see what happens. And like I said, if any of these experiments don't work, hey, just rip it out and start again with something else. And then Herrschner's, another Herrschner's bag, had a sale. I think it was well, it was before Christmas, but I can't remember. But anyway, they had this kit on sale. And it's a crochet kit. It's the Jingle Jangle. Now, I don't crochet, but I loved it. And so it was a good price. It was really marked down. So I bought it. And then I also, this yarn was on sale, so I bought some more yarn because I wanted to make this blanket bigger. Well, then I was searching through my yarn books and stuff because I wanted to find a pattern to use this for. And I found this pattern, which I thought looked Christmassy. And so I've got, I think, 4 colors to work with. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. So I'm going to be putting that together, and this is a project that I can work on all year because I want it ready for Christmas next year. And this is using the Herrschner's Holiday Velvet. And this is, this color is Buttercream. It's a number 4 weight, medium. And there's 185 yards in each one of these. And my bag is stuffed full. So I'm hoping that I have enough yarn, and if I don't, hopefully they still have the yarn when I need it. But I think in my little pea brain, I think I have figured out how much yarn that I need. Oh, man, I got a mess down here. Let's see, I showed that one. And then Gary over at Urban Yarns before Christmas, he, on his YouTube videos, he was showing some Christmas presents that he was making, and I'm stealing his idea. And what he did, he made up some little boxes of sets where for Christmas presents that had like a washcloth and a hand towel, and then he added, you know, some little soaps or whatever in them, and then he also did some dish towels and scrubbies, and put them in a box. And I thought, you know, that would make good presents, just not Christmas presents, but you know, birthday presents, or if you have somebody that just needs a gift to cheer them up. So I decided, you know, that's a good idea. So once again, I pulled out Ross It Smells Like Yarn, his patterns for his dishcloths and washcloths and stuff. And then I also have a pattern for some dish towels and hand towels. Or for the hand towels, I can just make these bigger and have them all match. So I'm going to buy up some little boxes and some, you know, little soaps and whatever, you know, to put in those. And I was in my little gift or my prize bag, there was a bunch of cotton yarn and some scrubby yarn. So I'm going to be using all of those to make these. So yeah, so that's my plan of action for this year, and I'm just real excited to do all this. And give me some inspiration to really sit and knit and get caught up on some YouTube channels that, you know, I want to watch that I haven't been. And I'm real picky about my YouTube channels. So I do add YouTube channels to my queue that other YouTubers have watched and that I might enjoy, but if I watch it and it doesn't keep my interest, or, you know, whatever, delete. Right now, of course, my number one favorite is always going to be Ross It Smells Like Yarn. I have been watching him for a long time. I've watched every single one of his videos, and I just enjoy everything he does. And I have a lot in common with him. We both like easy knits, the same kind of yarn, although he does, get some of the more premium yarns. And I enjoy watching him and, what he makes with those. And he always has good things on his show notes, where, I like how easy it is to just click on those and go get things that he has, like my Hot Logic. I got one of those and I loved it. And then I bought some for Christmas presents, on his recommendation. Some yarns, lots of yarns I have bought on his recommendations that I love. And it's just endless, the things that I have learned from him over the last few years. And I'm a fairly new YouTube user. My grandkids watch YouTube, but it had to do with gaming, and I thought, well, why do you want to sit there and watch somebody play games? That just didn't make sense to me. But then my world was opened up that no, YouTube is just not a gaming channel. There's other things on there. So, I'm kind of late to get on the train, but so I would say it's just been in the last 3 years. So, but I did make my way through all of Ross's, and I'm all current with him. And now he's opened up my world to Twitch. I love, that, watching him. He's the only one I watch on Twitch. And then Instagram, he got me on that. And he's kind of opened my little bubble world to other things. And I really appreciate that. Plus, he likes to diamond paint, which I like to diamond paint. And so he's opened up my world to Amazon Prime. And yeah, I do have Amazon Prime now. He's opened my world to buy diamond paintings through them and not through China. And I stopped diamond painting for a while. And when he started it back up here in the fall or so, he gave me the bug again. And so I bought up a bunch of diamond paintings and I drug everything back out again, and I'm really enjoying it. And let's see what else. Oh, and we both like candles. And so I enjoy his take on different candles and whatnot. So he is my number one. Then just recently, I found Naughty Knitwits. Them, oh my gosh, I listen to them in the mornings and watch them while I'm diamond painting. And I mean, I get to laughing so hard that, don't drink coffee while you're watching them, or put it on pause and have some coffee and then continue watching, because they are hilarious. I love them. My other one is Tess at Love This Yarn. And she has a couple YouTube channels. And the other one that I have not made it through all her videos yet, and I haven't made it through Naughty Knitwits yet, because they have a lot. So I go back and watch the first one and continue on. And I think I'm on number 20 of them. The other one is Cinnamon Stitches. I thoroughly enjoy watching her and her creativity and inspiration. It's I really enjoy her videos. I haven't made it through all hers yet. And she also has one for Disney, because they go to Florida to Disney World there, or whatever it's called. So those are interesting to see. But she is very creative. She's got a lot of talent. She's only, I think she said she's only been knitting for a year. I don't know. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But she is talented. But she does crochet, and she just gets some yarn and goes to town. She doesn't even need a pattern. It's just amazing to me. Um, so, and then Gary at Urban Yarns. I haven't watched all his yet. He's another talented knitter, and he does big box yarns. So those are the only ones currently that I'm watching. But I have a whole line of ones that are in my queue that I haven't watched yet. So a couple I have deleted. They just aren't for me. So so anyway, that's enough on that. So anyway, this is a longer video than I wanted, but that's just a little something that I'm doing on January 2nd, 2021. Thanks for stopping by. Come back again.